Hello, I'm Alara, and today we're unlocking the secret proteins that beat eggs by 21 times for muscle growth after 70. After 70, your muscles develop anabolic resistance. They simply resist turning ordinary protein into new muscle. The secret lies in tiny seeds with unique amino acid structures that slip past your aging digestive slowdown. We are activating sleeping muscle cells by 43% with these seeds. That's not a typo.
Problem number 1. Inefficient protein absorption.
My body can absorb about 85% of quinoa's protein, compared to only 60% of egg protein after 70. Solution: quinoa is a complete protein with a structure so fine it slides easily through my intestinal walls. I soak quinoa overnight in warm water with a splash of apple cider vinegar to break down the saponin coating. I eat my quinoa warm, not cold, because heating it makes the protein far more digestible for older adults.
Problem #2. Oxidative muscle damage.
Oxidative damage accelerates with age, destroying my muscle gains faster than I can build them. Solution: sunflower seeds are packed with vitamin E, directly shielding my muscle cells from that damaging oxidation. I consume sunflower seeds within 30 minutes after any exercise, even light walking, to trigger muscle repair. I always soak my sunflower seeds in slightly salted water overnight to maximize the protein bioavailability. Problem number 3 is low testosterone and slow recovery. As testosterone drops, building muscle feels impossible without external intervention. Solution: sesame seeds contain unique lignans that help optimize my hormone balance and increase muscle recovery time by 40%. I lightly toast my sesame seeds in a dry pan. This breaks the outer hull and boosts protein digestibility by 45%. I eat sesame seeds in the evening, as their magnesium content supports better sleep quality, which is vital for overnight recovery.
Problem number 4. Muscle inflammation and stagnant growth.
Chronic inflammation blocks the growth signals in my muscles. I need potent omega-3s that actively reduce this inflammation. Solution: ground flax seeds contain alpha-linolenic acid, ALA, which slashes muscle inflammation by over 50%. I must grind my flax seeds fresh daily. Whole seeds pass right through, and pre-ground powder oxidizes too quickly. I consume my fresh ground flax in the morning to stabilize my blood sugar and prevent muscle-inhibiting spikes. I pair my flax seeds with probiotic-rich kefir to increase their protein absorption by up to 40%. And
Problem #5. Catabolism between meals.
my muscles break down between meals because my body can't maintain a steady amino acid supply. Solution: chia seeds form a time-release protein gel that feeds my muscles continuously for up to 6 hours. I consume chia pudding between lunch and dinner to maintain stable blood amino acid levels and prevent catabolic breakdown. Chia seeds' ability to swell helps transport water and nutrients directly into my muscle cells, increasing cell volume by 20%. I eat chia seeds before breakfast to prime my digestive system for the day's total nutrient absorption. Problem number 6: insufficient leucine for muscle signaling. Leucine is the master amino acid trigger for muscle growth, and my aging muscles require a higher dose to activate. Solution: hemp seeds contain more leucine per gram than eggs, making them superior for triggering muscle protein synthesis. Hemp's high digestibility means more of that precious leucine actually reaches my muscles, Alara. And I sprinkle hemp seeds on everything: yogurt, salads, soups, to maintain a constant anabolic state. I always pair my seeds with vitamin C-rich foods like bell peppers. C helps synthesize the collagen my muscles need. I view my muscle mass as my longevity currency, and these seeds are my daily high-interest investment. I've learned that consistent leucine and hydration are the keys to overcoming age-related resistance to growth. I use my energy from quinoa and hemp to learn a new language, boosting both my body and my brain. I always check my supplements for vitamin B1 deficiency, as it is crucial for converting carbs into muscle energy. My increased grip strength from the sunflower seed protocol is my strongest predictor of overall health span. I use the mental clarity from my omega-3 rich flaxseed diet to write more and organize my financial affairs. I believe the confidence I feel comes directly from my physical capability, fueled by these tiny powerhouses. I am teaching my grandchildren the importance of these seeds. This knowledge is the best legacy I can give. I schedule my strength training right after my quinoa meal to maximize the ecdysterone compound's anabolic push. I always check my blood sugar response. Stable glucose, thanks to the fiber, ensures my muscles are growing, not shrinking. I use the high magnesium in pumpkin and sesame seeds to prevent muscle cramps and ensure deep, restorative sleep. And I view every time I choose a seed over a processed snack as a vote for independence over frailty. I make a growth hormone trigger snack, chia pudding with a teaspoon of honey before bed. I always choose raw, unsalted seeds, avoiding the excessive sodium that can disrupt my electrolyte balance. I use the powerful antioxidants in chia seeds to protect my muscles from the oxidative stress of my high-intensity gardening. I'm constantly looking for complex plant-based proteins. My aging body thrives on variety and digestibility. I use the steady energy from my seed diet to tackle long, complex projects without the typical afternoon mental slump. I always keep a small coffee grinder on my counter, and the effort of grinding my flax is the crucial step to unlocking its power. I believe my physical resilience is a direct result of feeding my body the precise amino acid ratios it needs. And I use the anti-inflammatory power of hemp to keep my tendons flexible for my daily yoga practice. I'm actively working on increasing my muscle cell volume by consistently providing the hydration and nutrients these seeds carry. I always pair my quinoa with black pepper to boost piperine, which maximizes the absorption of all its muscle-building aminos. I use my renewed strength to pursue adventurous travel that requires carrying my own luggage and hiking rough terrain. I'm teaching myself to interpret muscle soreness not as pain, but as the rebuilding process fueled by my seeds. I use the lignans in flax seeds to maintain better hormonal balance, which is essential for mood and cognitive health. I believe my independence is worth the effort of grinding and soaking these seeds daily. I always consume my seeds with a meal that contains healthy fat to help absorb the fat-soluble vitamins they carry. And I view every gram of protein absorbed as a shield against metabolic decline and future frailty. I've learned that listening to my body's reward system, more energy, less pain, is the best motivation. I always check for any added sugars in my seed products. Simple, whole seeds are the only way to go. I use the mental clarity from my diet to write more, creating a written legacy for my family. I believe that the best anti-aging regimen is simple, cheap, and scientifically proven, like these seeds. I always ensure my cottage cheese is full fat and contains live, active cultures for probiotic support. And I use a small amount of cinnamon with my pumpkin seeds to help regulate the blood sugar response naturally. I've learned that the body rewards discipline with profound strength and energy, Alara. I view my consistent energy levels as a direct result of my steady, slow-releasing seed-based fuel. I always pack my ground hemp seeds in a small, airtight container to prevent oxidation and maintain their potency. I use my post-fasting window to consume a high-absorption seed blend, maximizing the repair signal. I believe that my commitment to muscle mass is a commitment to dignity and self-reliance in old age. I always soak my chia seeds in a non-dairy, unsweetened fluid, avoiding the sugar crash. I view the small effort of preparation as the crucial step that unlocks all the benefit. I always include a variety of seeds in my homemade bread. Complex carbs plus clean protein is the perfect mix. I use the mental clarity from my diet to write more, creating a written legacy for my family. I believe that the best anti-aging regimen is simple, cheap, and scientifically proven, like these seeds. I always pair my flax seeds with high antioxidant berries to protect the omega-3s from oxidizing in my body. I view every gram of protein absorbed as a shield against metabolic decline and future frailty. I've learned that listening to the wisdom of ancient grains and seeds provides profound, modern solutions. I always ensure my diet is rich in vitamin C, as it's essential for converting the amino acids into muscle tissue.
I use my improved strength to practice complex balance exercises, further reducing my risk of falls.
I believe that my strong, capable body is the finest work of art I can create in this lifetime. I always keep a glass of water with a pinch of Himalayan salt next to my bed for my morning flax ritual. I view the time I spend preparing my seeds as a meditative ritual, connecting me to my body's deep needs. And I'm teaching myself to interpret muscle soreness not as pain, but as the rebuilding process fueled by my seeds. I always ensure my children understand that processed protein powders are no match for whole, complete seeds. I believe that my physical endurance is a direct result of my steady, consistent, seed-based fuel. I always check for hidden sugars and inflammatory seed oils in all packaged foods, even so-called health foods. I view my high magnesium intake from the seeds as a nightly guard against restless legs and poor sleep. I always use my post-workout meal as an opportunity to consume my most bioavailable protein. I believe that the confidence of independent movement is the greatest reward for this disciplined diet. Seeds today, vitality forever. Go plant your future strength. I always ensure my quinoa is cooked in bone broth instead of water for extra collagen and mineral support. And I use the high arginine in sunflower seeds to boost nitric oxide before my workouts for better blood flow. I'm focusing on the unique amino acid pattern of these seeds to overcome my body's age-related resistance to growth signals. I view my nightly muscle repair as a sophisticated, hormone-driven process that my seeds perfectly support. I always include a small amount of raw cacao nibs in my seed pudding for extra magnesium and anti-inflammatory power. I'm teaching my partner the optimal timing for seed intake. Shared knowledge leads to shared longevity. I always keep a pre-made batch of soaked chia and quinoa in the fridge. Preparation is the key to consistency. I use the sulfur-containing amino acids in hemp seeds to boost my body's own master antioxidant, glutathione. I believe that the more muscle I maintain now, the higher my metabolic rate will be in my later years. I always consume my pumpkin seeds roasted, not raw, to deactivate the enzyme inhibitors that block protein digestion. I view my daily seed consumption as actively turning on the longevity genes in my muscle cells. I always ensure my post-workout protein is paired with a small, quickly absorbed carbohydrate to drive aminos into the muscle. I use the mental clarity from my omega-3s to avoid all distractions and focus purely on my most meaningful work. I believe that the discipline of grinding and soaking these seeds creates a habit of deep self-respect. I always pair my quinoa with lysine-rich legumes to further ensure my body has all the essential building blocks. I use the sustained energy from chia to power my long creative writing sessions without the need for constant snacking. I always keep a small journal to track my sleep quality and muscle firmness, directly correlating it to my seed intake. I view the increased leucine content in hemp and chia as the accelerator pedal for my muscle-building engine. I always check my blood pressure, and the magnesium in these seeds helps keep my vascular system relaxed and healthy. I use the hormone-optimizing power of flax and pumpkin seeds to maintain my emotional stability throughout the day. I believe that my strong, agile body is my greatest defense against the common ailments of old age. I always ensure my daily diet is rich on vitamin K2 to steer calcium into my bones, protecting my seed-built muscles' anchors. I use the full power of these plant proteins because they are gentle on my kidneys, unlike excessively high doses of animal protein. I always pair my seed consumption with mindful eating. I savor every bite, respecting the effort that went into this fuel. I view every small effort in my seed routine as a compounding interest investment that will pay off with decades of independence. I always ensure my dinner is fiber-rich to support overnight digestion, allowing the casein and seeds to work effectively. I use the high fiber in all 5 seeds to maintain stable blood sugar, preventing the metabolic chaos that accelerates aging. I believe that by mastering my nutrition, I am taking a firm stance against the narrative of inevitable decline. I always pair my quinoa with a handful of walnuts for extra anti-inflammatory omega-3s and cognitive support. And I view the small, powerful seeds as a symbol of nature's simple, profound solution to complex modern problems. I always check the sourcing of my seeds. Organic and non-GMO is non-negotiable for clean fuel. I use the anti-inflammatory power of my diet to reduce the stiffness and pain in my joints, enabling full range of motion. I believe that my commitment to muscle mass is the greatest gift I can give my future self. I always ensure my flax seeds are stored in the freezer after grinding to protect those delicate omega-3s. I view the increased mitochondrial biogenesis from my chia seeds as a reboot for my cellular energy factories. I always use my sustained mental energy to write complex correspondence and manage my affairs with sharp clarity. I believe that the ability to live a vibrant, active life at any age is the ultimate expression of personal freedom. I always make sure my post-workout hemp or quinoa is ready, and I don't want to miss that crucial 30-minute anabolic window. I view the high content of B vitamins in these seeds as the sparks that keep my nervous system communicating efficiently. I always include a variety of these seeds in my homemade bread. Complex carbs plus clean protein is the perfect mix. I believe that my strong, capable body is the foundation of my continued curiosity and engagement with the world. I always check my heart rate variability. The magnesium in these seeds helps maintain my nervous system's calm balance. And I view the small effort of cooking teff or quinoa as a commitment to ancient wisdom and modern science combined. I always make sure my breakfast is rich in these complete plant proteins to immediately halt overnight catabolism. I believe that by protecting my muscle mass, I am protecting my independence, which is my most valued possession. Overcome resistance, rebuild strength, and reclaim your vitality. Go soak your chia, Alara. Your anabolic enzymes are waiting for the signal.